Namaskar my friends, and today I'm back here with another Transformers review. And as you all know by my post already, that today we have the Supreme Commander by MOHUNZHITOYS. I hope I'm getting that name right, MOHUNZHITOYS. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? That's how you pronounce it, MOHUNZHITOYS. Anyway, so we have the Supreme Commander MHM-01, and this is the front of the box. This is the side of the box. We have some accessories displayed here. This is the other side of the box where we have some poses for Optimus Prime and in the strut mode. And of course this is the other side of the box. We have a nice portrait here of Optimus Prime, Supreme Commander in here on top. We also get these option parts, and we also get Noah Diaz here. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the review. I really want to complete this because it's very hot here in India and I'm sweating in places I do not want to talk about. So let's get this review started. So before we take a look at Prime, first let's have a look at his accessories, and his accessories have accessories. For starters, we do get these arm cannons, blasters. These look really good, really good. Nicely painted, nicely sculpted, quite film accurate. And I'm really happy with the way these two turned out, and it's very simple to install it on Prime. Take Prime's arm, right there, any of the arms. I'm going with the left one for now. And there's this panel right here. You open that up, right? Get that hand in there. That will help you expose the peg right here. And basically this one is a peg right here, there's a slot right here, and this kind of pegs on in there. Yeah, holds it quite securely. It doesn't really fall. And yeah, there you go. That's Prime with his arm forming into a cannon, and very nice again. Very nice accessory. This really works for toy photography, and in case you want to display him like this, that looks pretty cool. He also comes with these two swords that he actually used in the movie. These look pretty good, very nicely painted, nicely sculpted, and Prime holds them just fine, as you can see. Now there are different ways to have Prime hold these swords. So the first thing that can be done is you can actually have him hold it in his hand, like we have seen in the movie. Right, that's one way of having him hold it. Another way of doing it is how he actually came in the packaging. So I'm going to be using this sword, and there's a slot here, by the way. There's a peg right there. Just peg that in. Yeah, that's another way of doing it if you want. Or you could go with the third option, is that you basically get this slot right here. This is the slot right here. And you have the peg right here, just peg that in. And yeah, you could totally do that. Totally use that peg right there. So that looks pretty cool. So yeah, you do have a lot of options with this piece. You also get Prime's axe, his Energon axe. And again, very nicely sculpted, very nicely painted as well. Looks very good. No paint on them, no Energon activated paint right there, because when the axe is activated with the help of the Energon, this area kind of lights up. We don't have any to paint, neither on the axe or on the sword, but yeah, we do get that, and it's pretty simple. All you're going to do is just pop this part off, and just have Prime hold it. It's pretty simple. And just make sure that you get this hilt back on, and there you go. You can hold the axe pretty well. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And for all of us G1 fans, he does come with his ion blaster, his ion cannon. You also get his transwarp key. That is available as well as an accessory. Again, not required, but the very fact that I've included it makes it even cooler. He also gets a hologram of the transwarp key as well, which again, it has a peg at the bottom. You can just peg that in. That looks pretty cool. And he also gets a hologram the Earth as well. So yeah, in case you want to recreate that scene from the Bumblebee movie, you totally can. So yeah, there you go. And you also get this. Now I'll be talking about this during transformation, but this is another part that you actually get with the figure. Now here's the most interesting accessory that we get. We actually get a Noah Diaz. That's the best part. We actually get a Noah Diaz. This is an accessory, guys. We actually get this. And what's cool is he's actually quite well articulated. So his head is on a ball joint, and look at that range. You can look down for a little bit, you can look side to side as well. Look at that range, wow. And he does have a little bit of attitude as well, slightly. By the way, if you try to overextend or hyperextend the shoulder or the arm, it kind of pops off because of the ball joint, so you can just pop that back in. But anyway, he almost nearly gets a T-pose, which is cool. He gets a little bit of butterfly, I suppose. I don't know if that qualifies as a butterfly, but you kind of get that. He does have a single joint elbow, no waist crunch, no waist twist. He does kick, and he kicks quite, and he has quite the range as far as the kicks are concerned. He also does the splits as well. That is pretty cool. And he also has a knee bend. Again, knee bend range isn't great. It's alright, it's okay. We also get some ankle movement here as well. It does go up and down. And here's the thing, we actually get some ankle pivot. So yeah, the accessory actually has great articulation. That's the best part. The accessory actually has great articulation. But it doesn't end there, because the accessory, this guy comes with accessories. So he does come with his arm blade right here. So let's just put that in. Yeah, so there you go. He actually comes with his arm blade, nicely sculpted. And he also comes, by the way, he comes with two of these. And he also comes with his arm cannon. That's right, he actually comes with his arm cannon. And there you go. So yeah, you can totally pose him with his arm cannon right there. Totally do that. And here's the best part, he actually comes with blast effects. So you could totally do that as well. Check that out. That looks so cool. That looks amazing. And he also comes with booster effects. Now, when was the last time that we actually saw a manufacturer or a company giving us so much accessories? And this is the reason why this guy is selling so fast, because look at the accessories that we're getting. This is awesome. This really is. I know Barbie have released their version. I mean, it's on pre-order, and they have no ideas as well. But this one just looks so cool. He may be a little small in size, but I'm guessing that's alright. So yeah, there we go. And Prime comes with this blaster as well. Yes, the OG one, packed in with the SS102 release by Hasbro. This is the blaster they gave us. But yeah, we do have the upgrade, so we don't quite need this one. So there you go. So those were the accessories, and quite a lot of accessories. He does come with other clips and pins and stuff like that. We'll be talking about that later in the review. Now let's get to Optimus Prime. Here we have Optimus Prime in his full glory. and this is a wonderful release as far as I'm concerned. This is a slightly oversized version of the original Studio series, and I quite like it. The paint applications make him look even better, and there's nothing much to be said here. He just looks very good as far as I'm concerned. The paint applications on this really make him a very collectible worthy figure to get, and I'm very happy that he is a part of my collection. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. So yeah, very nice. As you can see, yeah, if we had the upgrade kit, obviously, these could have been collapsed. It could have looked much better, would have cleaned up this area a little bit, but well, we don't get that, at least not with this release. But again, like I said, painted from head to toe, looks really good. And let's have a look at that face, and the face actually looks quite nice. I really like the way that looks. So yeah, really can't get into the details of the eyes right there, but I'm sure there is some details right there. But they're very nicely painted. Let us have a look at his articulation. So as far as the articulation is concerned, it's pretty good as far as I'm concerned. He does look up quite a lot. He does look down a little bit. He does have his head turning left to right. A little bit of attitude as well. That is pretty good. His arms do go up to the side, but again, he doesn't have a full-on T-pose, and yeah, this problem still remains. So yeah, that looks pretty good. A full 360 rotation is available. We do get a very nice double jointed elbow as well. We do get a bicep swivel as well. We do get a wrist swivel as well, which is pretty good. No up and down movement, no side to side, you only get the swivel. We do get some waist twist as well. We do get a very nice ab crunch as well. There, that's right, we do get that. He can crunch forward, which is very nice. Just get these pieces out of the way. Just get his arms out of the way. Get these pieces out of the way. So yeah, he does do the splits. Very decent range on the splits. He does kick forward quite a lot. Nice range going forward. And just about goes back. That's not the greatest of range, but he does go back a little bit. He does have a little bit of thigh rotation as well. You do get a very nice single jointed knee. Range could have been a bit better, but that's all right. And of course, his ankles do go up and down a little bit, and you of course do get ankle rockers as well. So yeah, a very decent articulation. And the ab crunch is a bit of a surprise, but they could have fixed up a couple of things on this release, but they did not. So we'll have to wait for maybe another manufacturer, another organization for us to get the perfect ROTB Optimus Prime. For now, we'll make do with him. So now let us have a look at his truck mode. Let us transform him and have a look at his G1 inspired truck mode. Let's go. here we have Optimus Prime in his truck mode, in his vehicle mode. And yeah, this is a very sweet looking truck mode. I think it's all lined right, I think. This part right here, this is kind of loose. It's kind of really, it's gone really loose on me. I've tried to, you know, dab everything in, but it just doesn't go in that well. But that's just how it is. The legs transformation is something which is very different. It's something that they have tried to improve on. By the way, these are supposed to be opened, so yeah, there we go. So the legs transformation is something very different because it cleans up much better compared to the original Studio series. If you remember, it just came out a few months back. The original Studio series had a very ugly looking rear, the back of the truck, but this one looks a little more presentable, especially because of this one, this piece right here. Although this is more like parts forming, but it really does help clean up the look, and it has another use as well, which we'll talk about in some time. But all in all, I think this is a very good piece, and he does roll as a normal truck would roll, I suppose. So yeah, he does roll really well. The paint job looks very nice. All the 6 wheels are actually rolling, which is good. It is good. So yeah, he does look really good, and I'm very happy with the way this guy has come out. So they have done a very interesting thing when it comes to storage, and this is a huge help, like I mentioned earlier, you know, when it comes to storage. So basically what you're going to do is, let me just keep this on the side for a second. So this is his ion cannon, right, his ion blaster. So we basically get this clip, right, and this clip actually has to just make sure that the gun fits in snug within this clip, you know, this part of the gun basically, and yeah, something like that, right? This took me a while to figure out actually. So yeah, there you go. But before we do anything else with the gun, first thing that we'll do is we'll get back to our truck. These swords, right, this peg should be facing out, so we basically peg this part of the sword into this slot right here. So you peg that in, so that's storage, and then you peg the other sword as well. There you go. So now you basically take your gun, or the ion blaster some would like to call it, and just make sure that this little gap right here, this gap right here, it kind of fits in with the sword. So it the sword kind of fits in into that gap. So the blade of the sword is supposed to be inserted into this slot right here, into this gap right here. So once you do that, there you go, you have storage, right? And another thing, now let's say you want to store the cannons, or his hand cannons, I don't know, his arm cannons, whatever you call it. So basically you get this clip here, right? It just got a small little hole in it. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here, you're going to make sure that this one is unpegged, and there you have a slot right here, and the clip kind of goes in like that. Oh man, there you go. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't happen on camera. I get nervous, performance anxiety. So anyway, close that in, and we have the clip right here, right? And what you're going to do is let's go with this one. So we actually have, there's a peg right here, and now we have a slot, a hole right there in the clip. Just peg that in, and voila, we actually have a weaponized Prime in his truck mode. Similarly on this side as well, we basically unpeg this part, Make sure that you get the other clip as well. Oh boy, now I need to find the other clip. There we go. So pretty much the same thing. Make sure that is pegged in that slot. There we go. Shift it up a little bit. There we go. All done. And there we go. That's storage right there. That's storage. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Storage. Yeah, I think this is pretty neat. I quite like the way this looks actually. Some of you can actually display your Optimus Prime, this figure actually in particular, like this. And this is without the DNA upgrade kit, so it looks awesome. It really does. Wow, that looks cool. And I suppose you can kind of recreate that last scene where Noah Diaz helps Optimus get out of harm's way. And yeah, you can kind of create that scene. I couldn't quite get him to lunge or sort of kneel the way he was in the last scene because, you know, the knee articulation is limited. But you can kind of recreate that scene, which is kind of cool. I really like that. I'm glad, you know, that they've given us this feature, and we do get a Noah Diaz, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I quite like that decision that they've taken. Really do like it. Very cool. So yeah, there you go. So that's all that I have to say about the truck mode. Now let us get him back into his robot mode and take a look at some comparisons. So taking a look at some comparisons, and here he is alongside the Revenge of the Fallen jet-powered Optimus Prime. And yeah, like I said, the ROTB version is a little oversized. So yeah, you can probably get an idea because this guy is quite big. And this guy stands without any upgrades or DNA upgrade kits, you know, stands as tall as him. So yeah, there you go. And here he is standing next to another knockoff of the evasion mode Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. So yeah, there we go. That's what he looks like next to the AOE Prime. And here he is standing alongside the Studio Series 100 Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. And yeah, as you can see, you know, he is oversized. He is quite oversized. So yeah, this scale obviously doesn't work, but if you pose him right, maybe you can get away with a little bit. But yeah, there you go. And here he is standing alongside the Barbie Weapons Master, Ironhide, from the first 3 movies, all weaponized. So yeah, this scaling looks pretty good in my opinion, at least. So yeah, there you go. And here he is with Megatron from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. That's how those two look. Here he is standing alongside Shockwave. So yeah, there you go. So as far as my overall thoughts are concerned, yes, he is a little bit oversized, and yeah, he may not be everybody's cup of tea, and I completely understand that because I'm a scale nut myself, right? There is a part of this figure that bothers me a little bit because he's a little oversized. But having said that, he looks really good. The paint applications make him look very collectible worthy. And the price point, that's the most important thing. The price point, the accessories, the paint, the articulation, more importantly the transformation in the legs and how well he cleans up in the truck mode really makes this guy worth getting. Now, this is completely my opinion. I am looking forward to reading your opinion about this figure because yeah, different people might have different opinions about this piece, and I really look forward to reading all of them. But having said that, this concludes our review. If you've liked this review, then do give us a like, comment, share and subscribe. Of course, there'll be more reviews coming your way, so stay tuned for all of that. Till then, please take very good care of yourselves, please take very good care of your family, enjoy your collection, and always remember, till all are one. Thank you so much for joining us today.